I would like to take you on a quick walkthrough to show you how to access the knowledge path and what to do once you're there. So we click on Modules. We're then going to go to the Welcome. So you get a brief introductory video from your instructor, Dr. Demers. And then you would, as always, click Next to move forward into your modules. So the first thing you're presented with is this screen. What it does is shows you what your knowledge path is, and the first thing that you're going to do is determine knowledge. So you can move this slider wherever you would like. Let's say I feel that I might know a reasonable amount of this. And then it's going to begin to ask me questions. So after I have taken the determined knowledge, I have been given the following information. I was asked 26 questions. Of them, 19 were correct, 7 were incorrect, and I visited 11 of the nodes found in the knowledge path. So now we're going to see what that means to us. So if I choose to take the steps that they've recommended for me, which is the one available step, and that is to learn biological molecules, I will click on Learn. And it will bring me into the content for this particular section. If you do not want to see this tip, simply click this so that it does not show up subsequently in future knowledge bits. So to proceed, in this section we would actually watch the video, and once we'd completed watching the video, we would move forward by clicking Finish. So now this actually gives us some great feedback that by revising, our increased knowledge state for biological molecules has increased in percentage. So that's a nice little feedback that shows you by going back in and revising your information, you're gaining more knowledge. So now we're going to say OK, and we'll clear out this screen. And it's going to give us some estimated what it believes our next steps should be. So we could either do step 1, step 2, and we would always click Learn. So let's go ahead and finish. So now we're going to step into the learning of the protein structure. As you can see, there is information here which is written, and I want to show you that in blue, if you click on it, a pop-up will bring you to further information about a specific topic. And then you simply close that to go back. So you would click Next to step through the material as you're going through it, seeing what's there. Now this is what I really want to show you. You say, did that make sense? Or would you like another version? Let's click, no, I'd like another version. And that will actually bring you to a video. So sometimes the information is presented to you in a written context, and sometimes it's by a video. So you often have, when you see this type of symbol, that there is a different type of material, so you can look at it in more depth if you so desire. So step through the material, and when presented with that option, simply select that you would like the other alternate material presented to you. I would like to show you when you are taking a quiz, and by that I mean answering questions within the knowledge path section. When you click on something, you have the ability to find out whether it is right or wrong. So once you've selected your answer, you click check, and it was wrong. And this is what I want to show you. So the solution is proteins. Now each instructor will set this up differently. Perhaps it'll be a hint. It may not give you the actual solution, but just be aware that if you click on the light bulb, it will give you additional information about your response. And close that. So let's select amino acids for this next one and check it, and it was correct. So let's click on the light bulb, and it is actually giving you the solution of amino acids. So I want to draw your attention to a couple things. These are the lesson metrics. This is showing our progress, our expected ability level before we started. Now that we've gone through the material, it's listed right in the middle. And in part, that's because in going through, I only was able to complete one of the three questions correctly. So we've now moved on to the summary, and that's where we're at. So I click Finish. So I've completed the lesson, but I didn't get enough of the questions right. So now I'm going to have to revise this and go through it again to get more of the questions correct. So as I've progressed through the module, I now have a place where I have, once again, another step available for me. But let's say you're really struggling and you want to send a message to your instructor. If you come to this icon, you can send a message right here. And it actually knows what section within the knowledge path that you're within. But go ahead and send your instructor a message as you need. So let's say you need to stop and come back to this at another time. You go ahead and click Stop. And it actually brings you back to the beginning. The great thing is this also shows me that by completing sections, my scores increased and my measure of ability has also gone up. So this is some nice feedback for you to show you as you're progressing through the nodes within the knowledge path, how you're improving and how you're gaining more knowledge as you move forward. So now let's assume you'd like to go back and revise a section where you already have a score. So in this one, my score is actually pretty high at 90% of an estimated knowledge state. But you can always revise it and go back in and do more. So what you do is you essentially see the path again. You step through, because maybe there was a section you missed whenever you were answering your questions, or something in the video that you didn't quite catch. So now, as you step through, you're given the material. And once again, you're given that option because as you see up above, we have the try different material. If you'd like to see it in a different way, you say, no, I'd like another version. And it will present it, since the first version was textual, this will happen to present it in a video format. So I just want to go back quickly because I realize I didn't touch fully on the fact that you can always resume a lesson that has already been started. You've progressed some ways through it, and you may have had to stop for some reason. So here is where you would resume, and it says resume classification of carbohydrates, and instead of the learn option, it gives you resume. So you step back in, and what's really great is it realizes you've already taken steps throughout the path, and it brings you right to the section where you were. Again, you know we're here for you, so please, if you have any questions with this, I want you to feel free to contact us. We consider you as our partner in this learning experience, and I want you to know that we sincerely look forward to hearing from you so that we can make this experience best for everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day.